Hello aspirants, this is me Yasmin Gill presenting to you the PIB MCQs of 21st of January. So you can follow all these videos on this particular link. Plus friends, if you find this course useful, please do not forget to rate and review the same. So beginning with couple of instructions, do watch yesterday's PIB summary. Plus as soon as you attempt all these questions, do mention your scorecard. So the first question, what is true of Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act? A, it was enacted in 1970. B, Article 51, that is of Indian Constitution, talks of showing compassion towards living creatures. C, the act doesn't apply to Jammu and Kashmir. D, Animal Welfare Board was established under this act. So quick go through to the options. First one stands wrong. It was 1960. B, see, compassion towards living creatures is a fundamental duty, and fundamental duty comes under 51A and not under Article 51. So if you look at C, yes, it doesn't apply to Jammu and Kashmir. And if you look at D, Animal Welfare Board of India, which has its headquarters in Chennai, so that is also established under this particular act. So we here have C and D as the correct options. What is true of the functions of Animal Welfare Board of India? A, it acts as an advisory body to. B, the body has the power to make regulations for carrying on its affairs. C, to impart education in relation to humane treatment of animals. So which of the following are the functions of this particular board? So the correct answer to this question is that all of these are the mandated functions of this particular board. Yes, it acts as an advisory body to central government, and if you look at B, so yes, it can make regulations but with prior approval of center, and C is also correct. So we here have all of these as the correct answer. What are green bonds? A, the issuer of a green bond publicly states that the capital is being raised to fund green projects. B, there is a standard definition of green bonds to avoid malpractices. C, prospective country to top regarding the green bond issuance in 2017 is France. So why in news we'll study in the next slide here. The correct answer to this question is C, first one is absolutely correct. He has to publicly state in order to drive investment regarding the renewable energy. If you look at C, prospective country, so it is not yet decided because 2017 is yet to end, right? It's just begun. So the prospective country is France, which might top in the issuing of green bonds. If you look at B, this is wrong. Why? Because as of now there is no standard definition of green bonds. So we here have A and C as the correct option. Why is this correct? Because recently there's a lot of rise which has been shown in the green bonds. This was mentioned in yesterday's in today's Indian Express, and this is particularly because of the Paris climate change meet that took place. Next, what is true of NAFTA? The very popular NAFTA, of which US is trying to withdraw, at least that is what is projected. A, it is a political agreement signed between Canada and US only. B, it was signed in 1994. C, US can single-handedly withdraw from NAFTA by giving an advance notice to other member. So the correct answer to this question is C. B and C both are correct. A is wrong. I hope you're aware of this. So NAFTA is basically not a political agreement. Rather, it is a trade agreement between Canada, US and Mexico. The same Mexico for which Trump is pushing a lot. I mean to say that he's trying to avoid it and try to bring on more barriers to trade. B is correct, and if you look at C, yes, US can withdraw, but the prior notice has to be given. The prior notice is 6 months prior. Also, you can read about this particular article whereby it's written what are the implications of NAFTA on US right now. Next, what is not true about them or among them? A, Article 46 talks of prohibition. B, recently in Madhya Pradesh, prohibition awareness is being spread by forming human chains. C, intoxicating liquors come under concurrent list. So looking at the options here, first one is wrong. Why? Because it is in Article 47 whereby it is a duty of the state to bring about appropriate nutrition, and in case of certain drugs as well as liquor and all, it can also go for prohibition. So it is Article 47. Do mention in the comment section what does 46 stand off. It is in directive principles. If you look at B, it was not in Madhya Pradesh, rather in Bihar, where prohibition law had come into force, and thereby they are spreading awareness by forming human chains. If you look at C, intoxicating liquors doesn't come under concurrent list, rather they come under state list. So we here have all of these. So the question asked was which is not true among them. So all of them are wrong. So all of these would be the correct answer. Next, what is true of these? A, president can grant mercy even in case of court martial. B, Article 72 and Article 162 of Indian Constitution deal with mercy powers. C, the pardoning power of President is an executive power. D, proper guidelines are laid by Supreme Court for exercise of this power. E, there can be no judicial review of the same. So looking at the options here, the first one absolutely correct. He can grant immunity in case of court-martial related sentences also. If you look at B, president's I would say mercy granting power comes under 72, while governors come under 161 and not 162. So this is wrong. If you look at C, pardoning power is an executive power, correct. D, no, there is no need of Supreme Court to specify particular guidelines. President acts on his own wish. So D is also wrong. If you look at E, there can be no judicial review. This is also wrong. In particular cases whereby malefied etc. is thought of, yes, judicially it can be reviewed as well. So why in news? Because recently President had given a mercy play to some riot victims, riot propagators and all. So A and C is the correct answer. Which among them is true? A, INS Kochi will be the first warship to have an ATM on board. B, it is the largest warship operated by India. C, both of them are correct, or D, none of them is correct. Well, the correct answer to this is that none of these is correct. Why? Because it is INS Vikramaditya which will be the first warship to have an ATM on board. So digitalization has taken place there too. And if you look at B, it is the largest warship operated by India. So it hereby means INS Kochi. So INS Kochi is not the largest warship, rather it is INS Vikramaditya, which is the largest warship and the third aircraft carrier to be inducted into the Indian Navy. Next, which among them is true? A, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana consume about 1/4, that is close to 25% of gold imported by India. B, Ramagiri goldfields is located in Andhra Pradesh. C, Indian Bureau of Mines is a subordinate office under the Ministry of Earth Sciences. So correct answer to this question is A and B. These both states are very big consumers of gold, and in fact they have gold production as well. So Andhra Pradesh has a very big field, that is Ramagiri gold mines. And Indian Bureau of Mines, this is wrong. It comes under Ministry of Mines and not under Ministry of Earth Sciences. Next, where are Solomon Islands located? Indian Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean. So correct answer to this question is they are located in Pacific Ocean, in fact in South Pacific. Why news? Because of a recent earthquake. And why was the previous question in news? The Andhra Pradesh one. See, there are certain private developers which are going to develop and extract more and more of gold by firstly finding where can be the prospective mines located in Andhra Pradesh. Next, which among them are true? A, polyethylene terephthalate is a strong synthetic fiber. B, the same, that is PET. It is produced by the polymerization of ethylene glycol. C, when made in very fine filaments, it can be even used in artificial silk, and when in large diameter, it can be used in carpets. D, Savadu sand is an aquifer sand. So why all these weird names here? So we'll do that in the next slide. Well, the correct answer to this question here is that all of these are correct here. And why are they in news? Firstly, you can go through this article of Times of India. So what has happened is IIT Madras students, they have come up with a novel idea, and the idea is to actually use the waste plastic. So what will happen is this particular thing, that is PET, it will be made into certain sort of blocks. The structure would be given of a brick sort of structure, and thereby you will fill in it Savadu sand. So Savadu sand is neither used mainly for, not at all used for construction. So it is mainly a sort of, it is equal in quality to somewhat which is left after in a landfill. So it is not a very good grade sand. So thereby it can be utilized in this way. Waste can be recycled, and this waste can be filled in those PET blocks. When the Savadu sand is filled on those PET blocks, overall structure acts like a brick, and this can be used in place of the brick construction that we do regarding the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan toilets. So it's a novel way to replace bricks and use PET blocks filled with this particular sand. So you can read about it more on this particular article. So hereby all of these are the correct answers. So friends, that's it for today. If you find the initiative useful, do not forget to rate and review it. Thank you so much.